Hello. Welcome, all my friends. I'm so glad you're here. I see a lot of familiar faces. I'm glad you're here. Can I just bring her in right now?
Yeah, if you want.
We don't want to mess around. There she is.
Hi.
Yay.
Hello. Sorry, I'm cutting cardstock because I don't know how to measure things, and I just realized it's not going to fit my card. So I'm cutting a piece of cardstock right now.
This is what happens. So yesterday I was playing around with the new Concord and 9th and new Kristina Werner releases. And I was using them and I'm like, you know what? Instead of a pre-recorded video, I think it'd be a lot more fun to go live. And I texted Christina, I'm like, hey, you want to play? And it's funny because for the past few days, we've been wanting to craft on FaceTime. And I always have something that comes up. And so we're going to do it live instead, right?
Here we are.
Yep.
Bright and early. I'm wearing my cat sweatshirt.
And I'm wearing my dog's.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I
Because
had
there's
on
dogs and cats in my release this month.
Yes, I actually had on a sweater that Christina talked me into buying, and then she texted and she said, "I'm going to be wearing a cat shirt," and I had to go change. So here we are. Yes, dogs and cats. Yes, we do. We do. We got everybody covered.
What's that meme right now? There's that. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's this sound that people are using where it says, "In the club, we're fam," and it's supposed to be like, "In the club, we're family."
Yeah.
It's like, "In the club, we're fam."
You're so young. You find all these things, and I don't find them.
I'm really not as young at heart as I drink from my Disney.
Yeah, well, we're going to be at Disney soon, so that's exciting. That's exciting. Mm-hmm. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so what we're doing today is winging it. We're just going to play. So Christina has a ton of samples using her line, and I've done a few with Concord and 9ths, and I've got some like in the process. And Greg also sent me a bunch of, Greg from Concord and 9ths sent me a bunch of sample pictures that we can show. So we're going to show the two releases and some cards, and we're going to make stuff, and we're going to answer questions, and who knows how long we'll be here.
I'm hoping not too long because, I mean, things to do. But
oh, come on now.
We can play.
What could be better?
Well, I mean, I know you're going out to dinner with your husband today. That sounds
fun.
But
it's 11 in the morning. We got time.
Well, okay. So, like, what do you know? Like, what type of restaurant you're going to? Like, is it really good food?
He's planning something. It'll be good food. Yeah, he's a foodie.
Okay.
So
yes, I trust Ken. He's really good with the food.
Yes, he is.
He's a good cook, and because he has really good like culinary taste, like literally, you know it's going to be good wherever you go. So this is
good. We don't have to do dishes either. It's great.
We tried a new restaurant yesterday, and when Jennifer texted and said, "Let's go live tomorrow," I happened to be at lunch with my husband, and I took a picture of what I was eating, and Jennifer said she wanted it. I
need to go there.
2 sliders. One was a barbecue bacon slider, and the other was a mushroom Swiss. And then the restaurant made in-house their own like super salty potato chips, and they were delicious.
All the things.
So the next
Greg's
time he's here, we're going to go there.
Greg's here.
Oh, Greg, we should go there. If anyone's
this is early for Greg.
Scoville's and Sugar House. Scoville's and Sugar House. Because that's where
this is very early for Greg. Greg doesn't get up this early.
It's early for me. I almost wore pajamas.
Well, I have pajama pants on. Ooh.
I do
break
not have
something.
Pajama pants on. I have regular pants on. I have regular pants on. All right, show me the Concord and 9th release. I have. Have it. I could see it over there, but I haven't like looked at it in person.
So why don't I walk through Concord's release and show the examples Greg sent, and then you can walk through yours and show some examples. Okay. We won't spend a lot of time on each, and then we'll start creating. Does that work? Okay.
That works.
Should I switch to just my overhead then? But I want you to stay there. No, you're staying. You're staying.
Okay.
Okay. So there we go. You're staying. You have to stay. Okay. So Mike, I'm just going to warn you.
I have to react.
I know you have to react. So this is what I'm most excited about from the release. This is called Our House. And if you know me,
house building one.
yes, if you know me, I love anything you die cut and assemble, and especially when it can be used for many seasons. So this is the Our House. You can see there's the outline of the house and then lots of different options for windows and decorations and such. There's a stamp set that coordinates. What?
I have a question. This really nice metallic board that you use, is that where you store it all the time, or is it only when you're working with it?
So this is a really thick board. This is from Lawn Fawn. And when I'm using a set, I put everything on it because it's super strong.
Smart.
But I don't want to store on it because look how thick it is. It would take a lot of room. So I put it on a thinner magnet that I store in. But when I'm crafting, this is like, I'm not going to lose things with this.
And with so many pieces for one die set, do you have like multiple sheets of the thinner magnetic that you put together in one storage pocket?
Yeah, or if it's something I know I'm not going to use, like, again, very soon, I'll just throw the dies into the pocket. And I'll put them on this when I go to create.
Got it. Cool. Sorry for the interruption. Please proceed.
That's okay. So there's like, I think almost everything up here is the Our House die set. And then they have an add-on, which allows you to create multiples faster. So like you can see there's a window die in the die set, in the Our House die set, but then in the add-ons there's 3 more. So you only have to run it through once as opposed to 4 times. So if you're like a mega die cutter like me, it's nice that they gave this option. Now, the fun thing is they have an embossing folder that works with the die, so you can get a scallop textured roof and then these little bricks on the house. And they also have come out with a like a wood grain, so you could do that for the house too. By the way, if you look, Mike will put it in the pinned comment in the chat, my my live supply list. So if there's a live link, I bet Brianne, I'm sure Brianne's here. She's always here. Yeah, so Brianne will share it too. But if you click that, it'll open a new window and you'll be able to see all the different things we're using. So you can easily find it. It's got thumbnails. So this is the Our House collection. And I plan to play some with this later to show you, but I made this one already. Isn't that cute? Isn't that fun?
Oh my word. Jennifer, you need to work on making things that are cuter. I mean,
well, that's what's fun about this is they put in different things here that would work for holiday and non-holiday. So I've got some holiday stuff prepared so that we have a variety. Can you share some of the Our House examples, Mike?
Kathy is here. So.
Oh, Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Kathy Z's here. We were talking about how we should have called Kathy to get her to join us. Can you show
just
some of
text her out of the blue and send her the link and like not even give any context?
No explanation. Okay, so here are some samples from Concord and 9th. Aren't those cute? See how there's like the holiday one? And look at there's little lights you can put on the roof line on that bottom left card. Isn't that cute?
You know what you need to do? You should take the balloons from my release and put them behind the house and make it a house from up.
I know. Yes. That would be great. A great like
and put
tall
the dog.
card.
Put the dog outside the house.
Oh, geez. That's going to take me all day. I got to do it. So it's A2. The house ends up being A2. Do you have more house?
Cute.
Look at that. Isn't that cute?
Stop it. And I love that there's a spot right above the door where you can put a greeting if you decide to not put windows there. I love that.
There's a bunch of different window options too, like different styles. So there's the Christmas one. You can see the little lights.
Holiday lights.
Isn't that crazy? And then there's like a springish one. There's different, you can do different chimney things, different front doors. So there you go. That's the Our House. All right, so I'm going to keep moving because we got a lot to show. So next up we have, this is the Alpine Village. So it's got this A2 cut and it cuts this little scene. Then there's this that you can add in up here to get like a night sky texture. And then lots of different things you can add on. Now you can make this, it's Alpine Village, but you can make this like a mountain, summer mountain scene too. There's for the like lake, there's different houses. You can put different trees on it. So you can definitely make it a year-round thing. There's a stamp set.
Cute.
The stamp set also lets you put bricks on the pavement, on the little path here, and ripples in the water. So I made one of these, and I can hopefully, if I have time, show what I did. But see how I did like a Alpine Village, but I cut it so the bottom is a flap that opens up. And I sprayed
Cute.
glitter spray on it so it's sparkly. And look at the little people. So fun.
That's so cute.
And I'm
love it.
coming out to, my family's coming to visit Christina in Salt Lake, and this is what we're going to look like. It's going to look like this.
That'll
when we
be
come
us.
in the winter. That'll be us. Well, everybody's skiing.
That's the
That'll
only
be us.
winter activity I do.
Yeah, I don't love skiing. So, but look how sweet that is, and different ways you can change it up. I put little stars on the trees. But, so that is Alpine Village. There's a stamp set and the die set. All right. Isn't that fun? They kill me.
Love it.
They kill me with what they come up with. Then next is the By the Fire. So this creates like an old-fashioned looking fireplace. And then there's other accents, like there's a teapot, there's a basket that you can put a blanket hanging out of, a little stand to put firewood in. And then there's a stamp set. You can use these to like stamp on the blanket and on the rug that goes underneath it. Now I've started one. I'm going to finish it here, but I haven't done the center here. But I used an embossing folder for the background, and I'm going to show you how you can make this door open. So that's what I'll show, one of the things I'll show today. But look at the details of the firewood. I mean, come on.
Love it.
Come on. And then look at this
Rug
basket.
Is great too.
Look at the basket, the texture on it.
Cute.
So Mike, do you have,
Cute.
oh, I didn't show the Alpine. We'll do that in a moment. Can you show the examples of By the Fire?
Alpine Village.
Yeah, but right now, can you show
Yeah.
the Fire by the Fire? Look at those. Look at all the different fireplaces you can do. All right, what
So
else you got?
Cute.
Come on. I mean, come on. Be cute with a light
I
up
love the
card.
frying pans.
I know,
love
aren't
the
those
frying
awesome?
pans. They're so cute.
And look at the little steam coming out of the teapot. All right, next one. And then you can just use the elements if you don't want to do the fireplace. So I forgot to show Concord and 9th's Alpine Village. Let's go back and do that. And then I think there's only one more thing to share from Concord. Look at the houses on the top left. Isn't that cute? And then
Adorable.
on the top right is like a summery version. So you can make it a summer or spring version too of just mountain scenes. And then you can do night sky like the bottom left. So many ways you can use them. And then last one, I think it's the last one for Concord and 9th. Can you switch it down? This is, I haven't gotten to play with this at all. What? Do I need to do it? Oh, sorry. This is the Soda Light. So soda lighted, but it makes little cans that you can decorate in different ways, or you can make you can make it a jar. There's flowers that go in it, and there's all these different ways you can decorate the cans or whatever you want to make. So you're so nice, like sugar and spice, different things you can add onto it. And I think this is really fun and unique. So I haven't played with this one yet. Maybe I'll get a chance
I
to
saw
later.
that one being designed. I saw
Did
it
you?
in process. I happened to stop by one day and I saw Jen, the designer, working on it.
Was
And I
it Jen? Yeah.
Like, it was
Well, it's clever. It's unique. Can you show some So Delighted samples? So look at all the different cans you can do. I love the one on the bottom right with the little flower sticking out of it. I think that's cute. All right, are there more? By the
Thanks
way, you
for
can
that
find
thing you did.
what?
I love that.
Thanks for that thing you did.
you did.
Oh, that's cool. That's perfect. That's such a cute card. And by the way, you can find all of these samples on the Concord and 9th website. If you go to the product, the samples will be underneath. Are there more?
Yes, there are.
Look at that.
Lots of options. So many options.
Yeah. That's what Concord really does well and you do that well too, because you don't just like have one way you can use a stamp or a die. There's lots of ways. So I think that's all of I think that's all of Concord's. And I will play with some of it today, but I wanted to just give you a peek. So now you get to share. By the way, everyone, I don't know if you know, but Christina now has a product line, and it's her own product line, but it's like under the Concord and Ninth umbrella. So she does it all. It's all her. It's sold at Concord and Ninth's website and on other sites, so like Simon Says Stamp and all that. So this is her third release, right?
Well, kind of fourth because we had the products for our class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's
kind of the
supposed
fourth,
to
but not
come
really.
back.
Like the third official release.
Gotcha. All right, well, why don't you show us all the new stuff you got?
Okay, so hold on. I just realized the ones that are sitting next to me are the ones that are in storage pockets. So I've got to go grab the ones that still look really nice that aren't used. Hold on. They're just
Gotcha.
right here. I just had to stand up and grab them. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. We're going to start with probably Jennifer's favorite.
Yeah.
We have puppies.
My doggy's in there.
Do you have a card?
I don't-
She
it's
is. I say
upstairs.
she because you have both girl dogs.
Yes,
so
I do.
we have all
Look at
these
that.
fun dogs. So I had to include a Pomeranian for our friend Gina.
For Gina, yeah.
And then this one's a corgi. Your daughter Audrey has, is it a corgi or just a corgi looking dog?
No, it's like an Australian Shepherd, but it's got
Okay.
it's got that kind of look. So that definitely could be my grandpup for sure.
Corgi energy.
Yes,
Corgi
yes, for
energy.
sure.
And then we have Shari Moss, her little dog Scout. And then here's your dogs. Could be Foxy or Abaco.
Yep.
And then this dog is kind of just like a lab, which not super fluffy like our friend Kathy's dog was, but close enough. And then
Right.
this one, I just love. What is it, King Charles Spaniel? I just love those dogs. They look so
yeah.
cute. So that I just thought they were cute. So
You got a
those are the
great
ones I picked.
mix.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good mix. So the
And-
greetings are meant for birthday, but also there's some
Gotcha.
generic ones like "How you doing?"
Ah.
which is cute, or "For real." For real's really fun. But the name of the stamp set is Puppy Paw-ty, like you're in Boston. It's a potty,
It's
but
a
it sounds like potty. It sounds like potty, like you're gonna go out, take your dog out to go use the grass. But so whatever.
to use the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
So there's dies for all of the images and the sentiments, except for the small sentiments. Those are, like a simple, just little cut should
Yeah.
do it. So I have 3 cards that I made using the dogs.
Ooh, this is the best
Here,
part.
hold on. Let me find one. Okay. All right. Here's this one. So here's our little corgi.
So cute.
How you doing? I had fun coloring these. So
Did you do like inking behind them?
yeah, just a little bit of ink blending. In fact, I'm going to take me off screen so I'm not blocking. There we go. There we go. So you can kind of see him up close.
Look at him.
There he
Oh, a
is.
good boy. That's a good boy.
Has a little food bowl. Okay, and then we have this one. I really should just zoom in. Like, seriously, Christina, you don't need to hold your hands up that high. Just zoom in. Okay, so here's our cute little lab puppy. And this balloon and also this like polka dot background are in a different product in this release that I'll show you in just a moment. But that's a little dog there.
You're getting a lot of
then
requests
this
for more
one.
dogs. You're going to have
I
to
know
make
there's
another
too many
dog
dog
set.
breeds. My
Yeah.
word.
That's a hard thing
Okay,
with dogs.
And there's this one. Let's
Look at that.
celebrate.
Can you draw
So,
it by
Jennifer,
hand?
do you have the card that I gave you for your birthday that this dog
It's-
was
I have no
inspired
clue
by?
what it would be.
It's upstairs. I think no, actually, I'll go look for it here in a moment. Give me a
Well,
minute.
no worries. Like, not. In fact, I just was going to show that this was an inspiration from the card that I made you.
And
But
I
anyway,
want to
so
show later in this live, hopefully, how to do mirror stamping so I can have my two Vislas
mhm.
looking at each other. I'll be right back. I think it might be right out here. You
Okay,
keep
and I'm going to
talking.
share a tip I'm going to share a tip with you. In the stamp set, it has the little birthday hats. So when I cut out the birthday hats with the dies, I just took my scissors and cut the little white strip off the bottom of the birthday hat. I just cut just that one little part. I only fussy cut the very bottom of the hat. So that, oh, there we go. There it is. So you can see how this one dog kind of changed just a little bit. The legs are a little bit more sturdy, and the tail, well, I'll show it over here. The tail is a little bit thicker because when I was doing that card for Jennifer, I had just printed out the images and I realized it was really hard to fussy cut that tail and the legs. So when I redid it for an actual stamp set, I beefed up the legs a little. And I also gave it a foot in the background too. I don't know if you noticed, but there's only 3 legs.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
So
It's
on
cute.
the stamp,
So
there's actually
Christina
4 legs.
hand did this card, and then it inspired the stamp set because I begged her. I
Yes.
said, you have to give me a stamp set with these doggies.
And you notice it's the same balloon. It's the
Yes.
same balloon
Yeah,
shape and everything.
it is. Yeah.
Love it.
Cute.
Okay,
So you're
so
getting a
those are the
lot of
dogs.
requests for other dogs. You're going to have to do another dog set.
Yeah, I'll probably do some more dogs at some point.
Yeah.
It probably won't be for a little while, but yeah, we'll do some more dogs at some point.
Good, good, good.
Okay. All right, up next. You know, if there's going to be dogs, you know what's next? There's going to be cats.
Oh,
So we
yes.
have live in the meow. So, and cats are a little bit easier to illustrate because in general, all cats are the same shape. Dogs all over the board, but cats pretty much the
Yeah.
same shape. So lots
So
of really
cute.
cute ones. I think my favorite out of this whole thing, and I'll show you an example here, is the greeting "I loaf you" with this cat that it looks like it has no arms and legs or tail. Because if any of you have a cat, your cat most likely every once in a while sits like this, where they
Yep.
have all their limbs
Tucked
like
under.
tucked in, and
Yep.
they look like a loaf of bread.
Yep.
So I just think it's so cute.
That's
This is
cute.
also one of my favorites because this cat just looks so cute and friendly.
So
And there's
but the
guys.
bottom left one, or no, the bottom center one with his paw
Uh-huh.
like on his, I want to like cut his little paw so that you can tuck a gift card underneath that paw.
Oh, cute.
So he's like hanging on
That
the
would be
corner of a
really
gift card.
cute.
That would be fun.
Okay, we're ready for kitties.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Press pause and live in the meow. Fly to color like my kitties, Sophie and Daphne. Love them. So I
oh,
love that one. And then let's see. Here's a group of kitties. Ta-da!
I love the loaf.
Okay. Yep, we had to have a loaf in there. So when I did it, I purposely wanted cats that could be next to each other with their tails going in opposite directions.
Yeah.
So there's this cat up here
Oh,
and then
okay.
this
Yeah.
one down here. And they have different
Thank you for
faces.
that.
Like one
Yeah.
is like squinting up there. So you can
It's
see it's
hard
like
when you have a
squinting.
set where they all face the same way. Like it looks like they have their
Yeah.
backs to each other. So it's nice when you have some that face each other.
Yeah. So I
So
colored this
cute.
one to look a little bit like our friend Jana's kitty.
Yeah.
And then I had an all white cat growing up, and so did you.
So did I. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. She was mean
Yeah.
as sin. She was mean.
And you
She
know
was
what? I don't know why
probably
my
mean
other little
because
person.
she was probably mean because I named her Muffin Puffalumpagus. That might be why she was mean.
It was like this girl gave me this awful name.
Yep.
Okay, and then just a little tiny 3x3 card. I love
Aw.
you. So I actually like
Aw.
stamped and he embossed on gray cardstock and then ink blended
Yeah.
from the bottom with black, just a very little bit of difference in colors.
So cute.
But there we go. Ta-da!
So
All
cute.
right, and you'll see the
Well
dogs and
done.
cats here in a minute because the next bundle actually is another stamp and die set that we all need, but we wish we didn't need it. This is the Loved and Missed stamps
Oh,
and
yeah.
dies. So
Yeah.
this is all the greetings for when we lose our furry friends, and you got to send those cards. So one thing that's kind of fun about this well, if it can be fun, is that you have the large Loved and Missed and also the So Very and the Forever. You also get die versions of those. And there's like an outline cut for each one of those that fit the stamps as well. So you can
Gotcha.
either stamp the more bold words or you can use them as die cuts. So
And that can be
here's an
used for non-animal things too. Like the You're So
oh
Very
yeah,
Missed. You can use that with a
oh
friend.
totally,
So it doesn't have to be sympathy or pet related only.
absolutely. Well, and it has some, I mean, I didn't even call this out on my cards because I would probably put these more on the inside of cards, but it's got some really good sentiments like they are never with us long enough, sending love and hugs. You could use that for a bunch of different loved ones
Yeah,
in your life, you know?
for sure.
And then the
For
love of a
sure.
friend has no end. Wish I was there to hug you, you know? So really the only thing that's like nodding towards animals is the forever up here and then the pause.
Yeah.
But really, this
A-
could be used for anything.
And that's what I was saying earlier that I like that you and Concord both do is that nothing is like one specific kind of card. Like you think about other ways that you can use them. So there's more value
For
out of it.
sure.
So thank you for
For
doing that.
sure. Okay, so let's look at some cards made using this
Oh,
bundle. So here's our little corgi again.
oh,
So isn't he so cute? I love him so much. And then, okay, where is it? I gotta find the card. Everything's
that
all mixed
forever
up.
is really cute.
I love that one. Okay, here's one that has no like animal on it. So this design would be good if you just want to keep it on hand, you know, just so as an insurance policy. Because I
Yeah,
think that, you know, sympathy cards, if you have some on hand, I think somehow the universe knows that and it
yeah.
does not require you to use them.
It's like an umbrella. Yep. If you bring an umbrella,
Hmm.
it will not rain. Yep.
Yep, exactly.
That's
You take
cute.
tons of sweaters and thermals to Europe and it won't be cold. That's that's what it is. Okay, and then
Oh,
this one, isn't it
is that just
cute?
ink
So very
blending on the
love.
bottom?
Yeah,
What color?
just ink blending. Oceanside.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute? Just our cute little kitty. Okay, so that is the Loved and Missed stamps and dies. You can pair it with the animals if you so choose, or
There you
whatever
go.
else you'd like. All right, we've got two more little bundles, but these kind of work together. So all
Okay.
of my cards that I created, I used both bundles together at the same time. So
Okay.
this was like almost like a request from my very
Yes.
first release because it is very similar to my Merry Trees
Mary.
stamp set where
Yeah.
you have like the thin letters and then you have the dies that cut them out. So you could use the bold die cut letters by themselves or you can stamp the words and then die cut them. And then there's a lot of like little sub greetings to kind of finish your sentiment on your card.
Yeah.
So, ta-da!
This is
Okay.
great for a shaker card. And then you can add
Yes,
whatever you want around it.
absolutely. Okay, so there was this. So happy birthday. You can also pair it with all the happy birthday things in the cats and dogs
Yep.
stamp sets, so which is nice. And then there's a bundle with um, banner and balloons. So it's banner, balloon stamps, dies, and stencils. So we've got the separate like little balloons so you can make a whole like grouping of balloons. You have this large banner that will
Yep.
span an A2 card. You've got individual segments of the banner. So if you wanted to take this solid and stamp it on the inside of these, you can color them quickly. These two little strings at the bottom are meant to go on the sides of the banner. Hold on, let me show you
Yep.
this because it might not be quite as obvious, but it's like this. So you can have those strings on the ends of the banner. So there's that little banner there. And then, okay, oh, then these are meant for the balloons. You'll see them on the examples. So there's dies for everything, but also these will just cut out the segments of the banner. And this cuts out the stamped banner. So there we go. And then, oh, a tip for using this right here when you're cutting out this one. When you put the die over your stamped image, put a little piece of tape on the far ends.
Okay.
And then, if you can, feed it through your die cutting machine from the long end first, because I
Okay.
think that it might hold things in place. Give it a test. Most of the time, if it doesn't line up with the stamp set, it means that the die has shifted when you've run it through your die cutting machine.
Yeah.
So it just might need a little more encouragement to stay where you
And
put it.
tape it.
So
Tape
just
it
don't
good.
Yeah, yeah. Same thing for these right here, because they are kind of long. Taping them on either end really helps. Okay, and then we have
Hold
a
on, real
stencil
quick,
set.
real quick. We have requests for you to come out with a die set and matching stamp set for alphabets of that happy birthday style. The whole
I
alphabet.
consider that, but it would be so expensive. Are people really going to want to buy it?
Well,
And
you can
also,
buy the
you wouldn't
dies
have
or
the
the
word.
stamps.
True, but then you also wouldn't have like the word already spaced out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you couldn't cut
I'd
them all at the
use
same
it.
time.
I'd use it.
Okay, noted. Okay, so the banner and balloons stencils, I actually have one open, so I'm going to show you the one that's open because um, I want to show you the actual stencils. There's 4 stencils, and so you have the balloons. You got the
Yep.
balloon shapes and also the banner, and I gave you 3 of them so that you can change colors on your banner and not have to clean your stencil quite as often. And then you've got the an actual banner one. And I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can tip it in the light. There you go. You can kind of see it. It has the etched lines for the stamped banner so that you
Oh,
can
okay.
move them down and do all of your coloring on the banner.
Hey, those are
And
hefty
then,
etch lines. They're easier to see than most. See?
oh, thank you for showing it on your camera. Thank you.
Look at that.
And then we have patterns. So what you can do is, put your balloon stamp or stencil down over your stamp or just on its own. And then you put the one over top and then you can get the pattern.
Cute.
Yeah. So you can just mix them up. And you can do the same thing over the segments of the banner if you want like
Oh, yeah,
patterns,
yeah. Yeah.
which I show on this banner. So I've just got some patterns on this banner.
Oh,
Isn't
fun.
that cute?
That's fun.
Cool, cool. And then just because I was like, you know what? I feel like I want one more thing. I just want polka dots
Ah,
because I use stencils like this and sounds like this all the time. And I'm like, I just want it thrown in there with all of the
so it's
birthdays.
included.
This makes me
Well,
happy.
the cool
Yeah.
thing about this kind of stencil, this polka dot, is the opening. There's so much open that you can take another stencil that's detailed and put it on top, and you can
Ooh, I
get
hadn't thought of that.
like polka dots that have detail pattern to it.
I
So
hadn't
that's a
even thought of
good,
that. That's a
good
great
one.
idea. Okay,
Maybe we can
so
do that
let's
later.
look at some cards.
Yeah.
All right, here's my first one. So for this
Oh my
one,
gosh.
I did not stamp the balloons. I just stenciled them. And then I just used a black pen and drew lines from the bottom just to keep them really clean. But if you wanted
Those
to do the,
balloons.
aren't they cute? I love them. I used Concord inks for this and they layered up really well, showing kind of a transparent balloon. I think that worked out great. And then those stamped letters. And then I have this one, which has the polka dot background plus the banner. So I used the stencils to color this banner in.
Wow.
So use that one that has the banner, like they're already positioned. It was so easy. And then there's this card, nice 5x7.
Oh, look at the little staggered letters.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you do them in the spacing that the die is in,
Yeah.
it's going to be a little weirder. But I wanted more space on the
For the
side for the
balloons.
balloons. So I made them a little staggered and squished them in so that they fit a little bit better.
Gotcha.
So totally can do that.
That's
All
awesome.
right. And then I just have some random little things that I did here, like
Testing things
here's
out.
another banner. That's where I stamped the color on the banner.
Nice.
And then I've got a couple more dogs that I colored. Have my little
As you should. Aw.
King Charles Spaniel.
You could
And
tie a
then
little
I have
balloon to his tail.
oh, that would be cute.
Yeah.
Got a little black lab or a gray,
Aw.
depending on what you're going for. And then I have one more little Pomeranian in here that I wanted to color like our Gina K's little
Gina's,
teddy.
yeah.
Yeah. So little puppies. And then I've got a couple balloons, but we're going to get in and start playing now, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right.
And if you all are looking to find these things, I just put a link in the chat. It's the link that has the word live in it. If you click that, thumbnails of all the products will show up. And it'll also talk about how you get free shipping at Concord and 9th and how you can save $5 at Simon Says Stamp. So that is in that live link that I just posted. It's also at the top of the YouTube description. So what are you going to start with?
I am going to be making a birthday card with the balloons and the big happy birthday stamp set.
Awesome.
I thought I'd do
Awesome.
a slimline card
Nice.
so we can do lots of balloons.
And while we're creating, we'll probably try to answer some questions. So if you have questions, put question really big, and Mike kind of grabs them, and then we'll answer whatever we can. There are questions? Okay. I'm going to finish this guy off and show you guys how to make this open and close. All right. Let's see here. So I wanted to show, to finish this card off, I wanted to show how to make this open and close. Concord and 9th thinks of everything, and they have a die that creates like a hinge. It creates a full line right down the center, and it's perfect for creating a hinge on here. So let me get this glued on here. So you're doing slimline, huh?
Yeah. In fact, I always forget what measurement I like for slimline cards. So I went and grabbed one of these open-end envelopes that Simon Says Stamp sells. And the actual envelope itself is, just over 4 by 9.5. So I'm actually making the card 3 3/4 by 9 because I'm going to have a little bit of dimension on the card. So I wanted there to be a little room in the envelope.
Can you see that?
Oh, that's so cute.
So there's a little flap there.
I love it.
So I'm going to lay the flap down and put the door on it. And that'll open and close. I love things that move, interact. Mm-hmm. It would be fun, those little light up cards that people do.
Put it in the fire. That'd be so cute. That would be adorable.
So there we have it, opening and closing. I got to put something heavy on that.
I have to grab my little mini blending brushes from Ulta New that our friend
Do you have the micro
organized
yet?
For me. Like these little itty bitty ones.
The micro,
These?
yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them.
I love them. Oh, you got the container I like. It's a good one.
Did. And then Sika went through and put little enamel dots on the top for me so I know what colors they are.
When did Sika do this?
She's out there.
Oh,
Needed
that's
for
right.
Versamark. She just put a little clear dot on top. That's Versamark.
When did Sika do this? Because I need Sika.
I know, right? She came out, maybe like a month ago, I guess.
Oh, that's
And-
right, for Concord, yeah.
Yeah, she came out to visit the Concord and 9th people, and she had a couple of hours to kill before she went to the airport. So she's like, "Can I just come hang out at your house?" And I said, "Absolutely."
And then you put her to work.
I did.
Well done.
Well, she
Sika,
volunteered.
you need to come to my house. There's Sika.
Sika loves to organize.
She's here. Yeah, she's good at it too.
Is
She's
Sika
also
here?
an incredible card. Yep, she's here. She is.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
It is early for her.
Yeah, it is. So
I hope
I
she's in her pajamas.
I wanted this to be black here, so I'm just coloring that part of the flap black. There. See, these are the little details that I overthink and I should just let go, but I am who I am. Here we go.
Oh, so cute.
That fire. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's see. Mike, can you hit the questions while we assemble here? So this is the By the Fire set. I believe that's what it's called. Cheryl asked the best place to get envelopes. So I am a firm believer in having quality envelopes. You spend a lot of time on these cards. To put them in like a cheap, flimsy envelope seems wrong, I guess. I don't know, maybe. It's kind of like having a great outfit and then putting on flip-flops, which I do all the time. So I guess I shouldn't say that. But I like a good envelope. Concord and 9th has envelopes that match their cardstocks. They're starting to come out with them. So they have some colors. I also like Gina K envelopes, and I like Simon Says Stamp envelopes. And if you want like a huge array of good quality colored envelopes, Cards and Pockets has a lot. I'll ask Mike to add all those links onto the thumbnail list over on that live site, so you can see them all there. Can you add those, Mike? Cards and Pockets, Concord and 9th, and Gina envelopes. Those are the ones I use the most. Now, Christina, we have some good news about our class. Do you know what the good news is?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Did Greg in the chat say something?
No, but all Concord has our class products back in stock.
Yes, they were waiting on the stamps last I heard, so I'm so excited.
Yep.
That's great.
So do you want to tell everybody about So Very Merry?
Sure. Okay, so Very Merry is our holiday class for 2024. And I don't know how we were thinking ahead, but we thought ahead far enough in advance that I was able to design products specifically for the teachers to use. Now, if you want to be in the class and use your own like stash of products you have on hand, you definitely can. Class starts Monday. So if you want to use what you have and just play along with us, totally doable. In fact, there were people who signed up for the class that said, hey, can we get a heads up on what the cards are going to look like in class so that we can go through our stash and kind of get an idea of the purpose for how we're going to be using those images so that we can find similar things in our supplies. So we did that. So for those of you who want to see the cards in class, you just have to register for class, and then you can go in and download a PDF that has a picture of the lesson cards with the specific supplies. And that should give you an idea of what type of things to pull from your stash so that when we actually start into the lessons on Monday, that you can play along with us. And the lessons, by the way, are not live. So there's no pressure to get online and watch it at a specific time. It's just kind of like move at your own pace. Everything is pre-recorded. So it's very low pressure. In fact, we recommend that you watch the lessons and then kind of pick and choose what you'd like to work on. Make it your own. You don't have to do everything or anything all at once. If there's something that like doesn't strike your fancy one day and the next you're like, I love this, I want to make 10 of this card, we want you to do that. So it is just what you make of it.
And we share a lot of tips for making multiples because we make 4 of the same card in each video. So lots of great tips for that. And I was bad. Christina knows I was bad. I was supposed to do 2 videos for class, and I did 6. So we had originally said there would be 12 videos in class, and instead there are 16 because I clearly have no life. Right? So I have a video every day.
No, you were on a card making roll. I think that happens to a lot of us.
I really liked the bundle, and then there were so many, I was making sure that the cards that I taught were things that could be done with other, like I made, one of mine is like a pop-up tree using the bundle, but I show how you can make it pop-up ornaments using circle dies that you already have in your stash. So that, a lot of that in class too, which I think is a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Okay. So those are back in stock because a lot of people missed it the first time. We didn't think it would sell that, be that popular.
Yeah, we did not anticipate it being quite that. I don't know. People bought it quick.
Yes, they did.
So unfortunately, even though it is in stock, you won't receive it before class starts. But like I said, everything's pre-recorded. So if you wanted to, you could wait until you do receive it and then start class.
Yeah. And you could also, the class is affordable. I don't remember. Is it $29? Yeah, and you get 16 videos. So you could watch it and decide if you would want the bundle or just use what you have. I mean, either way. All right, I'm going to add this.
Oh, I love these balloons. I think it might be my favorite thing. And also, I mean, I know I'm partial to the cats, but I
Yeah.
like the dog.
See? Come to the dog side. Come to the dog
It's not the
side.
dark side, it's the dog side.
No, it's the dog side. It's back out of stock. Meredith said it's back out of
What?
stock. That doesn't seem right.
Simon.
Oh, it's Simon it
I
is?
looked at Concord.
Concord
Oh,
has
they
it
were
in
doing
stock.
a pre-order
Pre-order,
at Simon. So
yeah.
it might be
But-
that they just need to add more.
Yeah, Simon will have it soon, and you can pre-order at Simon, but Concord and 9th has it now, because that's where it goes first. They've just got it back in stock. I made my card front a little bit too small, so I'm trimming here. So I need a vote. Well, I wouldn't have time to make it now. But do you remember, I need to decide, should I put a basket with a blanket there? Or should I make it a holiday and put a little nutcracker there? You remember these little
If it's
nutcrackers?
a holiday, you've got to like totally lean into it. Like
Oh,
you're
I-
going to have to put
yeah,
lights
I'm gonna
on the
have to-
fireplace.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
I
But the
think
nutcracker would be
the
cute.
basket.
Okay. Okay, I will do the blanket. I've already got it made too, so that will complete this card. So this is the By the Fire. Look at that. I want to go sit in front of a fireplace now. Look at that. Okay, so what colors have you been using?
I am using, so this is grapefruit, and then the yellow is buttercup. This blue is aqua sky, and the pink is honeysuckle.
Oh, that
And I'm about to
honeysuckle.
put a pattern on this one, I think.
So you still
Well, I haven't
have
quite
the,
decided what pattern I want.
so you leave your circle stencil down and then put the pattern on top.
Yes, that's what I've been
Pattern
doing, but
stencil.
I think I might come back and add patterns to these other ones, and I can always line up the balloon again if I need to, so I might end up doing that. Oh, that's so dang cute.
Have fun. Darlene asked if there's any coupons for class. No, we did an early bird special for a while, but that has passed on because class starts on Monday. Okay, I got to finish this guy.
People said put the dog next to it.
Oh, I could. Foxy could be in front of the next to the fire, or your little loaf cat.
Is it too big, or is it? I mean,
I could have
the
put.
animal would be huge. Oh, little scout.
That's okay. Little scout would look cute there. I might change that up later. But I'm going to finish this guy, and then maybe I'll show how to do mirror stamping with the stamps. Got some things prepped here. Thank you, Mrs. Loveday. I appreciate it. But see, here's the thing. I didn't really do anything creative to this. This is, I mean, Concord and 9th does the work for you. Like, I just used it as intended. Look at the little firewood pieces. So
Those are
they
so dang cute.
they think it all out for you, and then you just can follow along with one of their examples on the website. And that's what I like about it, is you can just not have to think too much, just follow their assembly. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together, which I love to do. All right, so
need more
this one is, you need more colors?
Yeah, so I'm grabbing a purple, maybe a green.
What about buttercup?
Well, I've got buttercup on there. I'm just looking
you
for
do?
additional colors.
Where's
Yep,
buttercup?
that's the yellow.
Oh,
That's the
it
yellow
looks-
balloon.
It looks like it's lemongrass from here. Okay,
Let's
I
see
forget what I
here.
was looking for.
Lilac.
Here we go. So this is our house, and I need to make a card base for this. I want to do a shaped card base. So I'm going to cheat.
I think these two are cute. Oh, it does kind of have a little bit of a green tinge to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cute.
Well,
cute.
now
But
you
that's
can
why
see
I
this is
mentioned
a green next to it. Now you can see it's yellow.
yeah, it is yellow. Okay. So what I'm doing here is, let me tape this. I'm placing, this is a folded note card, and I'm placing the cutting edge from the top of the die so it hangs over the edge of the fold. So it won't cut along the top. It'll leave that fold there. I'm going to tape that because I don't want that to move. It's going to have to cut through 2 layers, so I need to tape it. So it's not going to cut along the top folded edge, and this will give me a folded shaped note card. I got the new Empress. Did you get the new Empress?
No, because I mean, I'm trying to convince myself I don't need it.
It's
I don't
very
think I'm going to be
similar.
successful at that, but
It's very similar. I think it might be a little quieter, but it's really similar.
I like
I
that
think
it has physical buttons on top
it does.
because mine, I store my plates just sitting on top, and every once in a while, it's like a ghost presses the buttons.
But see, what I find the opposite with this one, like I used to lay my plates on it while I assemble, and when I put this on top, it pushes the button.
Oh, so it
So
would
because the
not
buttons
solve
stick
my
out.
problem.
Yeah, the buttons stick out,
Okay.
but it cuts beautifully. But the older version
do
did
love
too.
my Empress.
But they're not making the older one anymore.
Nope.
So,
Mine's still going strong. It's not
Yep.
broken.
well, I had to get it and see what it was like. And all the old plates still work with it too.
Oh, good.
right.
So are the plates the same?
Yep.
That's great.
Yep. All right.
I
here we
heard
go.
like someone say, I think the plates are different. And I was like, ooh, I hope not.
No, because I'm still using my old plates
That
with it.
lilac was a good addition.
Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh.
All right. How many more balloons do I want?
Gosh, that's so cute.
All the balloons. I want all the balloons.
So you did
Just like
lilac
I want
there?
all the cats. Yep.
So what's next? Are you doing more?
Yeah, I think I wanted to have like a bunch of balloons.
Yeah.
I need to get it more over to this side of the card now because I'm going to put words over here. You know what? Maybe I won't do die cut words. Maybe I'll just stamp a greeting. I think I will because I really like the balloons and I don't want to like
No.
distract from them too much. So I'm thinking
You did
maybe
that
I'll
so
take-
fast.
What?
You did that so fast.
Oh, I
You
didn't
made those
stamp- well, it's 'cause I
beautiful
didn't
balloons
stamp
so
them.
fast. I know, but that's great that the stencils look that good so fast. I think that's so cool.
Oh yeah, they're super easy. Okay, I really like from the dog stamp set. I really like the Let's Celebrate. I think that could be really cute over here. Just simple. Where's my remote? I need to zoom out. There
Why
we
does
go. So
everything
you can
run
see the
away?
whole card.
It all
All
runs
of your
away.
supplies are trying to get away from you.
Yes, they are. They're running away. I can't find my house embossing folder.
The happy birthday as well. So maybe I'll do happy birthday. But I need to decide where these greetings are going to be right now before I, put a balloon where it's supposed to be. Like where the greeting should be.
Mike, where did I
I
put
think
my
I'll just do happy birthday.
embossing folder?
I do happy.
I like how Christina thinks everything out loud. I like that.
Oh, I totally do. Well, not when I'm just by myself.
Well, you're consulting an expert, right? So this is
I am the expert. I'm
Yes,
consulting
you're-
myself.
Right. So this is our house from Concord and 9th, and I made it so it's a shaped card, but you could have just put the house onto a card base. This will fit in an A2 envelope. Now, can you see the embossing folder you can use to put that scallop texture on the roof and add this like brick texture to the background. Can you see those bricks? I love that. But you can also, like this one, I used one of their background dies, the double stripe background die. So you can use a background die on it. And on this one, these are all ones I've started. I used that wood grain embossing folder. So it's got a wood grain texture. Lots of different options there. So there's my party one. Let's work on the next one. I think I'm going to make a holiday. Should I make a holiday or a spring house? What do you think?
Do a holiday one. We always need holiday cards around this time of year. Do a holiday one.
This is true. This is true. So I'm going to change this to make it holiday. So what I did on this one is I cut the house die from our house from, I think this might be sea glass cardstock. And then I used one of my favorite Concord 9th, the double stripe card front. And I used that to create the faux stitch stripes on the house. Isn't that fun? And then the balloons on the house, that comes in the house die set. So it comes, the Our House die set comes with this banner for the sentiment, and then balloons and the balloon strings. It also comes with like a planted, potted plant, like a little planter trees, things to put in the window box. It has a welcome, joy, and hooray die, but then there's also the coordinating stamp set. And just so many different window options. Like there's the rectangle, then there's the rounded, then there's a big rounded. Different doors, there's the rectangle door and then the rounded door. It's just, they think things out. Do they sleep there? Do they sleep at Concord and 9th? No? Okay. Do you sleep? There's the other question.
I should have slept more last night, but I decided to drink an energy drink at 8 p.m. and then I was awake until 1 a.m. I shouldn't have done it. But I made a great card. I was using Kathy Zilski stamps.
Oh, good.
While I was awake. So that part was fun.
Oh, you showed me it. It's amazing. When are you going to share that?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. Gosh, you're working
It's
ahead.
not a new stamp set. It's one that's already out. But
That's
I
cool.
just loved it so much. Is Kathy still here? Kathy's amazing.
She's probably off snuggling with the cat or something. That's my guess.
Maybe.
All right.
Do I want to add sprout? Or do I want
I want to show how to do this embossing folder because I think it's really clever. So the one embossing folder can do two things. You can put your panel, let's find a panel. I cut a bunch. Here we go. So you could put one of your house die cuts in here. And if you want the brick texture, you line it up with the notches on the bottom and you run it through, and that'll give you the brick texture. Now notice the roof doesn't line up, but that's okay because you have roof die cut pieces you'll glue on top. All right?
Is that with the bundle?
It should be with the bundle, it's my guess. Now, if you want to do the roof textured, you put your roof die cuts in. So you just put your roof die cut like right on top of the scallop. But I got to get my die cut machine ready. Hang on. I got my intercut here. The nice thing about the intercut is it's got the dials on the side, so you don't have to worry about what plates you're using. You just change the dial on the side. You need to be using yours, girl. It's so good.
I know. I want to go live with Gina, and she's going to show me all the tips and tricks.
There you go. I bet she'd do that. So I put the two roof pieces in the embossing folder, and now the roof will have a scallop to it. Yes, Deborah, if you want to sign up for class, you still can. And here's the thing. If you want to sign up for class next year, you can still take it next year. And also, if you want to sign up for class and take it later, you have lifetime access to the class, so you can take it anytime you want. Anytime you want. That's one of the things, like, there are a lot of great live events out there, and Christina and I are part of a lot of them, but we also like to have the OCC classes, online card classes, be pre-recorded so you can take them at your own pace. I think that's fun too. Okay. And also there are some certain things you can teach in a pre-recorded video that would be harder to do live, I would say. Okay, I'm going to put Christmas lights on my roof.
Oh, this is going to be so dang cute.
All right.
I love that idea.
Andrea said she hopes that more companies do coordinating embossing folders to die cuts like this. Maybe Christina will do some. You gonna do embossing folders someday, Christina?
Maybe. I don't
think
know.
you
That's
should.
like, you have to think hard for that.
You're a thinker. What do we call that, Mike? When you think
brain.
big brain, you got to big brain it. That's what we say in our house. If something's not easy, we say you got to big brain it, because it just
That came from Lila.
Lila says that. So Lila's at our first sleepover camp. I'm an empty nester for the day.
You got me.
I got Mike. He's my fifth kid.
Vicky,
thank you.
For the day. Oh, I just lost my earbud.
So look at this. Look at that roof.
Oh, that's so dang cute.
Okay, so now I'm going to I'm only going to put lights on like this V part of the roof. Let's see. Yeah. So there's these two die cuts that there's two dies that cut these pieces that allow you to easily add the lights, and I'll show you. So if you glue them between two of these roof die cuts, then only the little lights stick out. Now, another thing you could have done, if you want, is just put little gems, but this makes it nice to know where to put the gems too. So can you see how I glued those two on top? And they're sized perfectly.
Oh, cute.
And now you take another one of the V-shaped pieces and put it on top, and then only your lights stick out. And don't think I'm like clever here. This is what they do this for you. They make it easy to do this, which I think is wonderful. I really wanted to have a play day today, and these products are great for it. Look at that. Look at those lights. They just stick
so
right
cute.
out. There are light dies to put lights sticking out right here, but I'm not going to put that on today. I don't know why. There's just going to be lights along the top. You could put lights that stick out, like that are on the top of your window or on the bottom of your windowsill, but I'm not going to do that today.
Trying to decide if I want to add little strings from the stamp set to the balloons, or if I want to keep them really simple.
Can you do them light?
Well, I think my issue is that I think if I stamp these, then my strings I've already put on won't be the right thickness. And I do like how simple these are, though. Just lines. I think that's.
Could you do just
I
a
like
little hand
I could
do the
draw them
little
on
ties?
myself.
Yeah.
I'll just draw them on myself.
I think you're talented enough to do that, Christina.
And I can make them look like the stamp set because I drew those too.
Yeah, I was going to say, you created the stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to, now this you don't have to do, but these are the kind of things that I enjoy doing, is inlaying these little window panes. You don't have to do this. You could put a solid piece of cardstock behind it or just leave it. But I love the look of the inlay. So I'm putting, this is a super light gray. This is Simon's Stamp Fog, which is one of my most used colors. I also like Lawn Fawn Fog
love
too.
that. It's retired. Did you know that?
What is?
Fog.
Cardstock?
Oh, no.
ink?
Sorry. The ink. The ink.
It is? Mine's right here. So you're saying I could make
I
bank
know.
online with it
You could sell it.
on eBay?
I mean, last I checked, I looked for it in their shop and it wasn't there. So I'm pretty sure they retired it.
Oh, that stinks. I'm going to have to text Heidi and ask her. All right, Mike, what about more questions? We can answer some more questions. Does the embossing folder with, oh, we got that one. I signed up for my first class. How do I get to it? Do I get an email? You want to answer that one?
Go to onlinecardclasses.com and you will go to the very top of the screen where it says My Classes. Click that and it will prompt you to log in. And then the next page that loads, you will see over on the side, it will say So Very Merry, or whatever class you signed up for. You can tap on that and then it'll say like read more, continue your class, something like that. And you can go on it.
Nice.
And
And
all the info is there.
if you go in now, you can see, or like if you sign up and go in now, you can see what our cards are if you want to. Some
Or you
people
can
really
just be
wanted
surprised.
to see them. There's Team Wait and Team Peak, what they always say, and the Scrapbook and Cards Today events. But really, the way I would do class, if I were you, is on Monday morning you get your first 3 videos, I think it is. I would sit down and watch one, just watch it. And then as you're watching, think about maybe what colors you would use or what from your stash you would use. Then go back and watch it again and create along with it. And you can just pause when you need to. That's how I would do it. I don't know. What do you think, Christina?
I think that sounds great. I think that's the perfect method.
All right, I need to find more of this cardstock. I wonder, should we share a peek from the class? Or is that a bad idea?
Sure. I don't have any of my cards nearby, but if you do.
I can run and get one. You can keep talking while I run and get one. How's that?
Okay.
That
I'm
work?
just stamping my grading. I'm using a grading from the dog stamp set. But it's with the balloons from the banner and balloon stencils.
Somebody said fog is back in stock. All right, I'll be right back.
Great. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Now we want to make the strings like thicker because they look so dainty in comparison to the greeting, right? So I might go back over with a marker and just make them a little bit thicker. Or I could leave them. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But okay, I have to tell you all, Jennifer uses this every once in a while, but it's what my favorite thing that I've discovered as of late, and it's been out for a while, so it's like not even new. The scrubber block from Hero Arts for cleaning your stamps. It's amazing. I love it so much. So if you're cleaning your stamps and like just or trying to clean your stamps and your ink isn't coming off very well, what I did was I have 2 of these, and one is specified for using a stamp cleaner with, and the other one I just, it's just like I use water with it. Like if you're cleaning off like a water-based, like the Concord and Ninth inks, for the most part, you can just use water to clean them off because they're like water-based and that cleans them off pretty well. It might stain depending on the color, but it will clean off all the ink. But I labeled this one with my pencil, so it says VersaFine. So it's all black because that's the ink that I use a lot from VersaFine. So I use VersaFine just now, so I can just use this to like clean up that stamp. So I used a baby wipe too, but awesome. And then Hero Arts sells this is just like a little pad that's Velcroed on. They sell replacement pads. So I think you get a pack of 3. So what I'm doing is when it gets a little too gunked up with ink, I'll take it off, put the new one on, and then this one I go wash at the sink and let it dry. So I always have a little scrubby pad on my scrubber block. I was just sharing a tip.
Oh, about the block? The scrubber?
Yeah.
So I have one too that I think Shannon from Hero showed me. I bought another one that's clean and I use it as my pressure tool over the Misti door.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
But the tip you shared, I do the exact same thing. It works great, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Love.
Okay.
All right.
Should I share the pop-up one or the shaped one, Christina? What do you think?
Do the shaped one.
Shaped one. Okay, so this is the bonus version of one of my cards from class.
So dang cute.
So I show how to get this snowflake embossing folder look without an embossing folder. And it's a little shaped card that stands up nicely. So this is like the bonus. It's not, we make a version of this in class, but this is the bonus version where I use the metallic and I used a joy sentiment
That
there.
for day 1?
No, day 1's the pop-up.
Oh, I should have had
Day
you
one
just share the day 1 one.
Oh, well. Okay.
All right, I just have to adhere my card design to the front of my card. As of late, I have been doing more like just piece of cardstock for my designs, and then I'll glue it to a card front because I've had a lot of trial runs recently that don't work out. So I'm like,
Gotcha.
as a safety measure, I don't work on the card base itself.
That makes sense. All right, I got to figure out how I want to do this. I'm going to make a wreath. I haven't done this before, so I'm going to... So there's a circle die cut in our house die set. I'm going to put liquid adhesive along it and then put these leaf pieces into like a circle. We'll see. We'll see if it works. I have no idea.
Wow. Is your little sticky mat there just like super stained, or what is happening?
It is super stained. It's not super stained. It's super loved. Come on now.
Well, I'm just wondering, like,
I know. I'm just kidding.
it looks like
Yeah.
every card you've made for the last 27 years has been on that mat.
Well, since it's come out, yeah, pretty much every card I've made has been made on this. Yeah, I use it a lot. I use it for all my stenciling. I use the waffle flower grip mat inside of my Misti, and then I use this Altenew one outside for stencils and such. Look at that.
Perfect.
Look at that little wreath. Oh my gosh, that's cute. I should have waited till it was dry to pick it up, but you know.
I'm done with my card.
Oh my goodness.
How cute.
Oh,
I should just zoom in. Seriously, I don't need to hold it up. I should just zoom in.
I'm a holder. Look at that.
There we go. So
Oh.
moving along, showing all the balloons. Ta-da. Love it.
Oh. Too bad my birthday's not
go.
coming up. Can we celebrate something else so that I can add that card to my collection?
What do they say? Like, you know, like when you make a reservation for a restaurant or something, they're like, are you celebrating anything? And you're like, we're celebrating friendship.
Yes. So give me that
Or
card.
like when you go to Disney and you get like a pin, you know, to
Yes.
wear, and they say
Yes.
celebrating, and a lot of people say like my, 31st birthday or whatever, and be like, we're celebrating being at Disney.
Actually, amen.
We're just
That's what
celebrating
we
in
do.
general.
Yep. Let's see, where do I want one?
I love
That's
it.
cute.
I don't think you can go wrong with a balloon card for a birthday because it's generic enough. You could give it to anyone, like it's not specific.
Yeah.
But
and you can
Here we go.
change up the
Here's the
colors if
envelope.
you wanted.
Yeah, it'll fit right inside. Ta-da! Oh, and I have been trying to be better about stamping the back of my cards with my
Yeah.
name.
I'm terrible
So
about that.
I have like a really old, where did I put it? Oh my word, is it missing now? I had like a custom stamp made 10 million years ago, and it was
Yeah.
on a wood block. And I was like, I really would like to see exactly where I'm stamping with this. And so I peeled it off the wood block, put some adhesive on the back, and I'm just using it on an acrylic
As
block.
a cling.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't have any cling material. I'm looking for easy enough to do that. But
I see.
I
I just put tape runner.
I mean, it was just here. Like, in a pinch, I just used some tape runner on the back of it, and it worked. Where did I put it? I will find
Christina,
it in a
you know
moment,
who's
and then I'll
here?
stamp back. Oh, who?
Pam.
Pam.
Pam is here.
Pocono Pam.
Pocono Pam's here. Hi, Pam. Pam asked, how do I keep my glue from clogging? Can you see? You're all watching me overthink my flowers because this is what I do. Thought about putting a bow on it, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to put a sentiment right across it. So I really shouldn't overthink it, but whatever. What do I do? I use, this is a Gina K Connect in a fine tip bottle, and I use these knitting needle toppers, and I have it on there. Now, I will say this little thing prevents that it comes with. It comes with this little topper. This will keep it from clogging more, But I find if I put this on and press it down, I don't have any problems. But I do keep a pin on hand right by me. I have a magnet in my drawer that this is stuck to. So if it does get clogged because I leave the top off, I just run it through, wipe it with my fingers, and it's ready to go. So that's what I do. Yes, Betsy, we're overthinkers, aren't we?
See, there's my little handmade stamp. I've had it for ages.
Look at that. Look at that. Christina's just flying
I'm
through
thinking I want
here.
to buy, what was that? It was at like simplestamps.com or something. They will do a clear acrylic stamp for you. And I was like, you know what I want to do? Because I have one of the original kind of really old memory Misties, the really big one.
Yeah.
I want to get 4 of those stamps.
Oh, and have
all
them
the
in there
same,
all the time.
and then put them in the corner of each one and label the corners for like, this is a landscape A2, this is a vertical A2, this is a landscape 5x7, this is a vertical 5x7. So then I can just like tuck them in the
Put them
corner
in a corner.
and stamp it really quick. Yeah.
So I have 2 mini Misties, one set up for horizontal and one set up for vertical A2 cards, but yours is much more effective because you can do all the sizes. Oh my goodness, this is fun. Look
And
at
I
your
like
card.
having an Misti because, see, this brings back all the old, like the anxiety from yesteryear before we had a Misti.
Absolutely.
Because I'm like, what if I get a terrible stamp and I can't line it up again? And it happened yesterday when I was stamping the back of some cards.
No.
And so that's when I'm like, oh, girl, you just got to get something that's going to go in a Misti.
Right.
So I did try this in my Misti, but then I was like, I have to move it around too much, like for all my different card sizes. So yeah. I guess the other thing I could do is, this is even a better idea. Put this stamp in my Misti. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate. Okay, if it's like an old Misti that you don't use anymore, or maybe one that's, I don't know, for whatever reason you're not using it. So what you do is you take your little thing like this and you get it lined up like I'll just take this off. Put it like right there, like, that's good. Get it on the door of my Misti. It's going to live there. It's not going to move. It's going to live there forever and ever. And then what you do is you take your card and you put it down on your Misti and you're like, okay, I'm going to get this center just right. And then I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace it. So I know where my card needs to be. And then there's your A2. And then if you wanted to, you could even maybe even cut out an A2 out of cardstock and you slip that in your Misti so you can puzzle piece in your card and then be all bloop, bloop, and just keep doing your cards.
There you go. Yeah. I keep forgetting. I need to stamp on the back. I get lazy.
This is like the first time in ages. I went through all of my holiday cards that I already have completed for this year yesterday. Yep. And because I'm anticipating we're going to be ordering our holiday photos soon. And so I'm going to be getting them into the mail probably the 2nd week of December or maybe the 3rd week, like right before Christmas. So I was like, I need to have these cards as ready to go as possible. So I went through and just used that stamp on the back of all of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure people in our life, in the family and friends or whatever, they know that if they're going to get what looks like a handmade card, I probably made it. But whatever. But also, I just wanted to put it on the back just in case there were questions. But it doesn't really matter. But whatever.
Okay, somebody asked what size is your card again? Slimline, but what size?
It's a slim line, but I probably did a little bit of a different measurement. It is 3 3/4 tall by 9 inches wide.
There you go. Yep. Let's see. It's beautiful.
This house is going to be so dang cute. I'm just waiting for you to make it a 3-dimensional house and add walls. And then have the windows cut out, and then
don't say that because I still have to.
Candle inside.
I have a lot of putting away of craft room stuff today.
Wait, can you
Uh-oh.
make it a gingerbread house?
You could.
Use
Definitely.
browns? That'd
Yeah,
be cute.
that would be cute. I think
That
you
would
should
be
do
really
that,
cute.
Christina.
You know what? I might have to, but see, this would just require lots and lots of die cutting, which I'm
I
not.
know.
I'm not entirely opposed to.
You
But
know that's my favorite.
you love the die cutting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you could have like 4 die cutting machines out on your desk at all times and just
Uh-huh.
cutting 5 million things, you would be doing it.
I would absolutely. All right, I'm trying to find.
Now, are you doing holiday cards this year? Like sending them as a family or no?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't know.
Just because it's
Here,
a lot of pressure or what?
so I remember Jen, who owned Reverse Confetti. You know Jen.
Yeah.
She asked. She is. There is a like animal shelter, animal rescue, whatever that something in Texas. They do an handmade ornament sale to raise money for the shelter, and she asked if Lila and I would make some. So I'm going to be stitching felt ornaments for that, and I think
Oh, wow.
I want to do that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
approve of that. I think that sounds great.
Yeah,
That's a lot
I
of little
haven't.
ornaments.
I use, and another thing is I usually do. I usually do a handmade card with a photo on it, right? And I don't have a recent family photo because it's so hard to get all of us together. One lives in Seattle, one lives near Portland, one's in college. It's just, and it makes me sad. So,
Well, you know
I'll
what?
see them at
I
Christmas,
don't
but not
think-
before.
I don't think it would be a bad thing if you did one of those photo cards where it looks like the Brady Bunch and everyone's in their own photo.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
people-
I could do that too.
People want to see the kids and how they've grown up, and they want to see the pups, and they want to see,
I could do that.
cute.
Are you offering to make them for me?
To make it for you. Well, we happen to know Liz from Encourage Co.
I know.
who-
Yeah.
She has holiday card templates, like for photo cards.
Yeah, that's what I
that
would use.
I've glanced through, and they're really cute designs.
They are.
She might have something like that where there's like spaces for different photos. That would be really cute.
See, I like to do that stuff and then add like little holly die cuts or something to it so that there is a handmade element on it. That's what I like to do. I just haven't done it in a couple years ish.
So what I did a couple years ago, I don't know if I'm going to do the same thing this year or not, but there are a bunch of like online photo places that will do a 6x8 card. So it's a 6x8 envelope that you can get with it.
Okay.
Because I send a mixture of A2 cards and also A7. So you're 4.25 by 5.5 and also 5x7.
5x7s, yep.
I send a mixture. So I wanted to be like, hey, both of those card sizes will fit inside that 6x8 envelope. So I did a little double-sided photo postcard with our picture on it. And then I put that in the envelope, and then I put in a handmade card as well. I'm thinking this year I might
Man, she's an overachiever. Listen to her. Gosh.
Well, I mean, our mailing list has grown over the years
I know.
because, it used to be I maybe sent 50 holiday cards, but then getting married, it doubled, and then now it's bigger than that. And the
does.
fact that I have so many friends that are card makers that, I need to send them a handmade holiday card. So now I think I'm going to be sending more like 130, 140.
Yeah, that's about what we used to do.
Yeah. So I think this year I might just do a little, maybe A2 size postcard that can go inside the cards instead of having a larger envelope.
That's smart.
So we'll see.
That's smart.
I
Are
mean,
you going to
one
make a
year
matching?
I just had
Go ahead.
photo printed. That was it.
Yeah, well, you get great photos taken. My husband's texting me, still alive? Like I'd be done after an hour and a half. What kind of
You're
what
close
kind
though.
of
You're really
tomfoolery?
close. How much
Oh, I
more
got
are
other
you
things I
adding to
can
the house?
make. Oh, I could go on for days. You are welcome to leave if you have a life. I don't have one, so I'm.
Well, not this weekend anyway, because you don't have any children this weekend.
No, I don't.
I will need to bow out here when you're done with this card, but I want to see it finished first. So what
Okay.
more are you putting on the card? Is it just these flowers on the flower boxes? And then you're going to be
I
done?
love
or are
how
you
she's
adding
like,
even more?
what else are you gonna do?
What were the little gems?
Question. No, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Will the Concord and Ninth enamel dots fit on those little lights?
Yes, you can do Concord and Ninth enamel dots. I went for, I don't know what these are. Mike maybe will be able to find them. They're Trinity stamps, but usually Trinity Stamps has on the back a label of the name, but I don't have the label name on here. They are clear with like iridescent glitter inside.
Ooh, pretty.
And I thought that would be nice. I like white lights. One of our neighbors does pink and purple lights.
Oh.
I know.
There's a trend in my neighborhood to
it's a
have
bold
like
choice.
the LED light on your house all year long, and then they just change the colors. So like for Veterans Day, there's been a lot of red, white, and blue, or for election or whatever. There are lots of patriotic, and
Nice.
then I want like when we have like a rival football game and we have the University of Utah versus BYU.
Yeah.
They pick their colors for their favorite team, and then make the colors of their house. Halloween,
Nice.
there was lots of orange. So orange and purple,
Okay.
that was fun. But yeah, year round.
Yeah, we used to have somebody put the lights up for us, but man, that's expensive. So now Ken and Lila do it. So I was considering, but I made my window box and everything too big. I was considering adding a couple Christmas trees, and those are from the Alpine Village site, but I think I'm going to skip that. You could also, the same die set that makes these nutcrackers, like this nutcracker up here, has a snowman. So you can make a snowman by the door, but I think that would take even longer. I'm not done though. I got more to do, but look at
That
the
is
little
so
lights.
cute. Now you made this an actual opening card, didn't you?
I will. I showed how to do it before.
Do it to the
This
front?
one So I made a shaped card base, so it opens like a regular card. I haven't put this one on one yet. But I need to put a sentiment, which I don't know what I'm going to use. I don't want to keep you if you've got a life. I could just keep going. Because I
I have a
have...
question. This is
I would
something
love
that
to hear
Jessica
a question.
asked in the chat. She said,
Yeah.
"Can the embellishments be colored?" So I'm assuming she means those like clear kind of glittery dots.
Yes.
Probably with an alcohol marker, right?
Yes. If you use Sharpies or alcohol marker, like Copic marker, yes. You can also use alcohol inks, like Tim Holtz alcohol inks, but you'd want to do a bunch the same color at once. You put a few of the gems, a couple drops in a baggie, and move it around inside, and then let it dry. But really the easiest is to just tap like a Copic marker on it. But I'm going to leave mine white lights because I love white lights.
So cute.
Yeah, but this is
I love
this
it.
is
Can
what
you hold it up close to the camera?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
See the lights?
Oh, how cute. Those are cute.
I wish it would catch the sparkle because it's got iridescent glitter in it. So now I got to put centers
You know what I
on
want to
my...
do? I'm going to have to do it. I want to make it a gingerbread house and then get one of those snow pens and add it on as if it was the frosting.
Okay, are you going to do that? Are you saying you're doing that right now?
No, I don't have one of those pens. I'd have to buy one. But
Oh,
I think it'd be really cute.
it would be cute. And I think you should do it. I'm putting centers on my... See, these are the little details that you could skip. But I don't. And I think it adds to it. I'm using little yellow gems for the
For
centers.
Jennifer, more is more.
More is more. Especially in these little... these are my, as Mike calls them, my fidget spinners. This is what I fidget, and it keeps me calm. I find this enjoyable.
Okay, so before crafting, like what did you do that like crafting fills in your life? Like this kind of like keeping your hands busy type thing? Like what did you do before crafting?
Well, I
did you
was
do
a
a different type of crafting?
I was a cross stitcher for many years when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And then I would make those like crazy friendship bracelets that were like super involved, as you can probably imagine. But then after I became an engineer, I was like searching. Like I would get into baking, but it never came natural. I just basically had to follow recipes. I tried doing different things, and then basically when I found scrapbooking is when I started doing paper crafting. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I was looking for a long time and I couldn't find my jam, and then I found scrapbooking, and I liked scrapbooking, but when I met Hero Arts and Sherry Carroll, and I learned how people are in this industry, I was sold. That was it. So
Sweet.
it's Sherry and Aaron's fault. And then I would say it also was Heidi's fault that she helped me, turn it into a career. She taught me a lot. So that's it. So now the flowers have centers. Isn't that better?
Oh, cute.
Flowers,
I like
centers.
So cute.
So you're not going to
love
make anything else, are you? You little stinker.
No, unfortunately, I need to be filming my holiday card series today. It's a work week for me, so I've got to go make a bunch of holiday cards.
I understand.
Have
I
to
understand.
is not the right phrase. I get to.
I know.
Get to.
We get to. Show your card again. Look at that card.
Oh, my little balloon card.
I love it.
So I used grapefruit, lilac. These are all Concord 9th inks. Honeysuckle, aqua sky, buttercup on both of these yellows. This is another grapefruit, lilac, and sprout. And I just drew on the strings because it was fast and I had a black pen to do so. So I just drew on the strings. But the stamp set does have some strings if you want to stamp them.
So good.
Can you show
So
both
good.
of your house cards on camera?
Yeah,
I wanna see both.
I think I'm going to finish. I'm going to add like just a simple sentiment, probably one of your holiday sentiments from one of your first releases, right across the center of the wreath. I think that's what I'll do. I might add a bow
what
on there.
You too. I was just thinking you could take, you know how there has the two sides of the roof?
Yeah.
You could take just one side and have it peeking out on the back on one side and add more of the main house. And then you could add more windows. So you'd have a house that has like
So
extended out.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I think you should do that sometime, Christina. I'm always trying to get her to do more die cutting. I'm always trying to get her to do more die cutting because that's my jam.
I do enjoy the die cutting when I get into it. I did a lot of inlay die cutting with the Concord and 9th ornament inlay die that came out a couple months ago.
So good.
And I did 2 cards live, and then after I was done, I was like, I can't stop, and I did like 2 more. So
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
nothing more. Well, I have to run, but are you
I
going to keep
know.
crafting for a bit?
I don't know. I could. I could show how I did this. The base of this.
That's
People
so
want to
dang
see
cute.
that. So I could show that part.
I think you should show everyone how you did that.
I will. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And I get to see you very soon.
Yes. I will see you very soon. And I will also see you online because I think I might just have you on in the background while I
Oh,
continue on
good.
with my
So I can't talk about you, huh?
Yeah, well, you might. Hey, that almost looks like a barn. You could turn it into a
Yeah.
barn.
Yeah, I was going to make this my holiday card, like do the holiday stuff on this one. And then I decided it was looking to varnish, and that's not what I wanted for it. But you could definitely do that. I was also going to make a Barbie house where everything was pink.
You could use the hinge from the fireplace on one of the doors and make it open.
Yep. I thought about that too, where you could open
And then
the
put the
door.
Christmas
and-
tree on the
Christmas
inside.
tree on the inside. Yep. I haven't done that yet
Put the
though. They
knickknack on the
may.
inside.
So there is this die right here that, well, no, that cuts two. This, so there's let me get this guy back on here. There is a die that creates this little stinker. Come on, you little
The
stinker.
little step.
a porch or whatever.
Yeah, that does the porch. So it's this, that, and that's just a score line there. You could use that as a hinge on your door, on the side of the door. So the door opens and closes, and you could have inside one of the trees from the Alpine, one of these trees. Like have that inside, so when you open it, you see that.
Cute.
And you could even make, what?
I've got to find it. Keep talking. I've got to find it.
So you could even use the solid door die to create a window in the front of your card, and then have the door open, and there would be a window showing through to the inside of the card where the tree is. Does that make sense? So it could be actually window to the inside, and then when you open your card, there'd be a tree right at the bottom center, which I think would be lovely. So there's just so many ways you could use it. This one you could make a window too if you wanted to. I love that fire. I think that's so cute.
All right. Do you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Take myself off the screen. So, so these are actually little felt ornaments. It's a pattern that you can buy on Etsy from M Crafts.
Her stuff is
And-
amazing.
I'm working through her 12 days of Christmas ornaments. So look at this. They open up and you can have a little Santa inside. And then this one over here, you open up and there's a little Christmas tree. Look how cute. So, I mean, if you have a little Santa or the Nutcracker or something, you could put it on the inside of your cut house.
Yes.
Cute.
Okay, you
They're
need to
so
make a
cute.
three-dimensional house. You need to do
I don't
that.
know what I'd do with it.
You
Like,
set
what am
it
I
on your
doing with it?
mantle. You set it on your mantle. You give it to somebody.
I
And then
make
they
my
have to figure out
permanent-
what to do with it. I make three-dimensional stuff and I give it to people, and then they have to figure out what to do with it, and I don't have to.
You're
That's
like,
what
"Here,
I do."
It's your burden now.
It's yours. It's your burden now.
You have
That's
to
the way I
display
look
it.
at it. All right. Well, I'm
All
gonna
right, my friend,
I'm gonna keep working on this, and you can. Will you make a video for me?
A video of what?
I don't know. Can you do one of my voiceovers?
Oh, I'm like, and then Jennifer did this.
Yep. I have lots of voiceovers I need to do, but yeah. Christina's much faster at voiceovers than me. Well, thank you for joining me. I am going to keep going for a little bit because I can.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for joining in the chat, everyone. It was so good to see
Love
so many
you.
familiar names and faces and all that. Have a lovely afternoon crafting. I can't wait to see what you create or how you
Thank you,
did that
thank
little
you.
open dingy card on the Alpine landscape.
I think I'm going to show the basics of that, and then I'm going to mirror one of your doggies.
Oh yeah, you're gonna mirror the Vislas.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
I will
love
talk
you.
to you later.
Okay,
Bye, love you,
bye.
honey. Bye.
Love you. Okay, so here we go. There we go. I understand if you all ditch because Christina's gone, because she's the fun one. And it's fun to see how people who design products use the products, because they have a vision when they design it, and I think that's really good. Okay, so I thought I would show, I'm not going to show all of this because a lot of it's just assembly of die cuts. I'm going to show how to do this flap here, where it's like this. It's not hard to do. So I used this background die and cut the pieces. So this first one, I'm just putting them basically back together following the example. So I'm putting this white snow down here. Now you could make this green, which I should have done, so that you could have a green scene, like mountains in springtime. It doesn't have to be the snow scene, but that's what I did today because I need some more winter cards. Now this one you could cut as like a pathway, which I did, but you could also make it like a little stream going through. So I'm gluing that down. And this is all getting glued. These pieces are getting glued to the front of a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch note card, and the score line is on the side. Okay, so I'm just demonstrating how to put this together. I did white cardstock and gray cardstock here for the path, but otherwise I glued the same shapes. So we're making this flap that opens here. So I have it glued onto a side folding note card, and now I'll just cut right along that top edge. It's minimal fussy cutting. It's not super hard. I'm just going across that curvy edge. It doesn't have to be done super well either. Just cut along there. So now I have this little mini card, and that's what I did here. Now this, you just glue onto an A2 card panel right on the bottom. And then the rest of our mountains and stuff can get glued right above that onto that panel in the background. Okay, so I'm going to start up at the top. I'll put my sky, which you could do a night sky. You can add the detail with this die. And then I'll put my mountains here, 2 mountain die cuts. They fit right in. It all fits together like a puzzle. But I just wanted to demonstrate how I made the flap opening at the bottom. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. That was just a quick assembly. So I used different colors, obviously, and then there's tons of details. There's the different tree options and house options. There's a little pond, and you could have the ice skaters, or you could have them like walking on the path. So you could make this a non-winter card too. I put little stars on the top of the trees. And then this whole thing, I sprayed the whole, all the snow pieces and mountains, I sprayed with the glitter dust. I love this stuff, the silver glitter dust. I don't know if can you see that sparkle? I mean, it's beautiful in real life. You can see it's like a little silvery sparkle. I wish you could see the sparkle. It's gorgeous. And that just makes it look more snow-like. You could also use a white glitter cardstock for the snow. Mike, do you mind showing the Alpine Village examples where there's like green grass instead of winter? Because you could do the same opening technique in a non-winter scene. Mike's going to find it and pull it up. So you see that top right and the bottom left, those are non-winter. So you just do greens and blues and you can get a completely different look. And I like that Concord and 9th offers that. And so the bottom left, there's a night sky. So I just wanted to show how I put this together. I'll put pictures of these cards up eventually. Most of them are done, so I'll put pictures up so you can see what the completed looks like. Can you scroll it? So that is the Alpine. Alpine. Were there any questions?
Yeah. Let's see.
Tips on the sand eraser. Okay. Meredith asked about the sand eraser. Let me see if I can fake it. So if you get like a smudge like that, a little fingerprint smudge like that, and you want it to go away, there are 2 ways I do it. I usually use, there's the sand eraser and there's the paper sander. I like the paper sander better, but some people like the other, so it's up to you. If you get a little ink smudge, make sure it's dry. The reason I just heat set that is this is a pigment ink, so I don't want to do this while it's wet because I'll just smear it around. When your ink little fingerprint is dry, I take the corner of my paper sander and I just gently rub over it and you'll see it starts to disappear. Now, if you went and did like a big splotch like that, you can't sand that away, right? But little fingerprints, which I do a lot, the little paper sander will take away, or this will take away. But look, you can't see it now. It's gone. It's smooth. So you could also do it with the paper or with the mono sand eraser, but I prefer the paper sander. It's really up to you. It's really up to you. Is the house die set. So you'll have to go to Concord and 9th and look at theirs. The house die set that I used to create these cards. The die set comes with like most of what you see here. Like, I think it's pretty much, you have to look, but I think it's pretty much, I'll have to pull it up. Hold on. I think these go down here. Let me pull it up so I can tell you correctly. I don't want to get it wrong. Hold on. So what I have on this magnetic board here is the original Our House die set and the add-on. Okay, so up here is the original. Let me move them so you can see correctly. Let's see, this and this go down here. So it's basically the same dies, just extra, so that if you don't want to take the time to die cut a window die 4 times, you can use the extras. Almost done here. Okay, these. Okay, so everything at the top here is what comes in the Our House die set. So you get one of this shape window, one of this shape window, and one of these shutters and one of these shutters. And you get all these other pieces. Now the add-on is everything over here. So it gives you 3 more window dies. So you can do one pass through with this die here, that makes 3, and this one from the original, and that gives you your 4 windows faster. Does that make sense? So these are all doubles or triples of what is included in the die set. So there's these little flowers here. That's a second of the little flowers that comes in here. So if you're one of those people that likes to mass produce, these are add-ons that you can do to make cards faster. And I'm a big fan of that. So it's not necessary. These are not necessary. They're duplicates. But Concord and 9th did this for those of us who like to create a lot. I think that's cool that they offered that. Instead of including it in and making this more expensive, they give you that option. So I wanted to show that. Somebody asked that. How did Christina and I meet? We were both garden girls over at 2 Peas in a Bucket. And it was the day that Princess Diana, we kind of talk a little bit, but not a ton. Prince William, the day he got married, I was watching it on TV. This is how I remember when Prince William and Princess Kate got married. I was watching it on TV. Can you switch over? With my mother-in-law in the Villages in Florida. And I was thinking, you know what? I really want to do some online card classes, because back then there weren't many options. And especially for cards, nobody was doing live anything. So I got the courage to email Christina and say, hey, you don't know me well, but I think we could do this together, because she had amazing videos. And she's like, sure. And that was it. And then we just became really good friends. Really good friends. She's, Christina is like one of those people that has a lot of talents. So if she wasn't a card maker, she'd be a great tech person. She's really tech savvy. And if she wasn't a tech person, she could also be a great therapist, because her head is on straight and she's very helpful when mine isn't. So she could also be a therapist. And she's just one of those people who's she's good at everything she does, and just a good friend. So that's how we met. And so we work together, but we also play together. So anyway, okay. I am going to try to do some mirror stamping with my doggies here. Okay, Pam, we love you too. We want to see you soon. I'm going to clean okay, so let's start with this. In my Misti, I have this grip mat. This is from Waffle Flower. I have it linked in my visual supply list. It is basically a giant rectangle clear stamp. So you know how much stick it has, and I keep it stuck inside of my Misti. So instead of that mouse pad or the pad of paper, I keep this in here, and it helps to hold your paper in place instead of having to use the magnet. Now you can also, so this is always here. You can see I've got a mess here. You can also use this to do mirror stamping. So I need to clean it first. I'm using, you can see how old my Hero Arts Ultra Clean bottle is. I need to get a new one. Many companies have Ultra Clean, so it doesn't, there's Hero Arts, there's Simon Says Stamp, Gina's got one. A lot of people have them, and they're all great for cleaning stamps. Never use rubbing alcohol to clear your stamps, ever, ever, ever. Rubbing alcohol is good really only for cleaning your stencils and maybe like your glass work surface. This is also what I use to clean my Misti door. So I got a bunch of black ink in there. I just take the Hero Scrubber. Christina was talking about that earlier. And then I take a wet cloth or baby wipe to wipe off the residue. So there we go. Yeah, I love the sticky mat too. So this one's by Waffle Flower. They have a version 2 that came out a month or so ago, and that's what I have in here. And I find the more you use it, the more stick you get with it. I really, really like it. I need a cloth, hang on. I want to make sure this is dry before I move on. All right, yeah, okay, Ultra Clean is often out of stock. I know Hero Arts is out of stock right now. I think they have the scrubber in stock. You know who always has Ultra Clean stamp cleaner in stock, or a version of Ultra Clean, is Brutus Monroe. So you could try there. All right, so this is, by the way, the scrubber has these, Christina showed earlier. This is a clean one, but when it gets dirty, like the one I just used to clean, I take this off, I put it in my sink, and I take the sprayer nozzle on my sink and I spray it like crazy, and it just cleans it, cleans out the extra ink and the extra Ultra Clean in it, and then I set it there to dry. And I have, you can buy an extra set of these foams, and so I just am constantly switching. One's drying while I'm using one, and I constantly switch. Now this one here, I keep clean, and I use it as a like pressure tool because this is super soft. This is not rough. It's very, very soft. All right. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, baby wipes, I agree. I don't use nearly the amount I used to, but what I will do, like I'll have one, if I use one, I'll keep it and let it dry, and then I can use it again by just misting it with water, or I keep a wet cloth by, a dry cloth and a wet cloth. All right. Barb asked, how does the version 2 mat differ than the version 1? Something about what, like how they made the clear stamp. The version 2 is a bit stickier. Okay. Sheila, you asked for the die set that includes this Nutcracker. It's called Winter Wonderland die set, and it's in my supply list.
Yeah, it's there.
It's in there because I love that. In fact, do you want to see because you guys, I truly like putting these die cuts together. I made a card with a bunch of these. Do you have the Nutcracker card? I texted you a Nutcracker card.
When?
Earlier. If you can find it and put it up, let me know. I'll show you a card I made a long time ago. I don't know where I got this. You have 2 Vislas? Oh, Wendy.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Mike said, I'm sorry to hear that. They're very energetic. Anyway, do you have the Nutcracker?
I'm gonna have
Okay, he's going to pull it up in a moment. I am going to, what I want to do here, I'm blabbing all over the place, is I want 2 of these Visla looking dogs, because that's what I have, are Vislas, and I want them facing each other. So I need to do a mirror stamping. So first let's do the regular stamped image. I'm using Altenew, this is my older pad, hang on.
go to it.
I need to re-ink it.
Want me to go to it?
Yeah, hold on. Look at the Nutcrackers. Look at all those Nutcrackers I made for one card. And I tell you, that was so much fun. Isn't that fun? That's a video from last year, those Nutcracker. They have a bigger version of the Nutcracker that they came out with this year, but the ones on there are smaller, and that's came out last year. Let me answer a few questions before I start this. Somebody asked about this magnetic board. These are from Lawn Fawn. Can you make sure they're on the list? They come in this size and a smaller size. They're super thick. And what I do is, like, when I want to start creating with the die set, I take all my dies out of the packaging and I put them on this, because they're not going to come off this. So they don't get lost on my table. But then when I'm done using them, I'll just take them off and throw them into my sleeve. I don't store them on this because it's heavy. See how it's thick? That's just going to take up more room in my container. And these are more expensive. I'd rather not have my dies on a magnetic mat that will cost me money. I'd rather buy more stamps. Now there are thinner mats that are great for storage. Gina Kay's got some that I think are good for, she just came out with them last month, that are good for storage. But when I'm creating, I have like maybe 5 of each of this size that I put the dies on when I'm creating, and then I can take them off when I'm done. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. The sticky mat that I have here, this is waffle flower sticky mat. It's in the supply list. Waffle flower grip mat. Okay, so first, let me stamp. I'm using Altenew Obsidian black pigment ink. This is just a great black ink. It is super dark. It stamps crisp. I really like it. And I find it's really good for this technique, but you can use black dye ink also. So there we have, this is the image how it was meant to be, right? Just stamped regular and he's facing to the left. Well, I want one that's facing to the right. So let me get another piece of cardstock here. This is the trick. I have in here, remember, this is the waffle flower grip mat, which is made of stamp material, right? This is stamp material. So I'm going to use it for the mirror technique. So watch what I do. I'm going to ink up my little doggy. So this is Foxy. I'm going to stamp it onto that clear grip mat in there. So I'm transferring the ink onto the clear grip mat. Then I'll take a piece of cardstock, put it right into the corner and press down. I'm going to do it again so you can see it again. And that will transfer the ink. And now, look at that. It's a mirror image. Now it's pretty good, but I want it darker. So what I'll do, ink up my stamp again, stamp it onto the mat, take the cardstock, put it right back into the corner. You got to make sure it's right in the same place in the corner. If you're offset a bit, it will, give you a double line. Look at that. That looks like it was stamped. So now we have 2 doggies facing each other. Isn't that fun? So I like to use my waffle flower grip mat in here. It works great for it. However, I know not everybody has this waffle flower grip mat. So let me show you what to do. Hang on. Let me first clean my stamp. My grip mat here. Okay. So you take, no, I'll leave it there. So let me find something else here that you could use. I'm gonna have to do some digging. So excuse me for kind of putting my back to things. I need to find a large, solid stamp. Mike, does anybody have questions while I do this? I think I demonstrated with this one before. Let me show you.
Where'd you get your sweater?
Yeah, I don't know, Wendy. I don't know where I got the sweater. I can look at the brand. I can't remember. You know where I think I might have gotten? Anthropology. It was one of those splurges. I think that might have been where I got it. You can also email me and I can look at the tag. I'm just not going to do that during the live.
Ski lift part of the die?
Is the what?
Ski lift.
The ski lift, yes. The ski lift on this card is included in the Alpine Village die set. Isn't that amazing? But remember, you can make it a summary card too. Okay, now, if you don't have a grip mat like this one, let me grab another Misti. I have so many Mistis, it's ridiculous. So this Misti, I have a mat that I can take out. This is also a waffle flower grip mat, but I put the clear grid that it comes with on the back so it doesn't stick in the inside, so I can take this out for when I'm stamping with a cling stamp. So you have the option of putting the clear acetate grid that comes with the grip mat on the back so the back side's not sticky, or so you can take it out easily or take it to your work surface, or do what I did on the other one where I stick it inside and it just stays there forever. I have multiple Mistis because I have issues. Plain and simple. No, because I use them so much. All right, so if you do not have a big grip mat, like that waffle flower grip mat, hopefully you have any kind of stamp set in your stash that has a big image with a lot of solid, like this tree one. This is from CZ Design, one of my favorite stamp sets of hers from this year. Notice this is a big solid stamp, right? It's a big mama. What you can do to do mirror stamping. So this is mirror stamping if you don't have a grip mat, that clear giant stamp grip mat. You can take a big stamp that has a lot of solid area and put it in upside down into your Misti. So what's facing up towards the camera is the back of the stamp. The front of the stamp that you stamp with is stuck to the inside here. So basically you have a mini grip mat, all right? So, and you could do that with a background stamp. Gina K has clear background stamps you could do that with. So what I could do here is now, let me see how to put this on here. Make sure, move him a little bit. I want to make it so that he stamps onto that, all of the, to like a heavy plate. There you go. Okay, so now what I can do, remember this is the back side of this clear stamp. Don't worry, I won't let all this cardstock go to waste. I'll save it for something else. Okay, I can ink up my stamp, my doggy, stamp it onto the back of that clear stamp. Okay, there's the ink. Take my cardstock, put it right into the corner and press down. And this will let you do mirror stamping. I just did it with the back of a clear stamp. So if you don't have a big grip mat, you can do this on the back of a big clear stamp. So that's a way you can do mirror. Now, I know people are going to ask, how do you do mirror die cutting? And this, you got to be bold. I should have used a lighter weight cardstock, but I didn't think about it. But we'll try it anyways. Okay, let me clean this up. Did that make sense? Oh, Chris asked, do I think the waffle flower grip mat, which is this one, or the Altenew sticky mat, which one's stickier? Honestly, I find them to be the same. They both will get well loved and inky. This is stained because I use it every time I craft. I got things stuck to it. They're made of like the same material, okay? The back side of this has like a grid on it, so it's easier to like pull away than a solid back. It just depends. I think they both work great. So what I do is I have a waffle flower one that goes in my Misti, and I have this Altenew one that I use like on my desk with stenciling. But you don't really need both. You could do one. And the waffle flower does come in different sizes, and this comes in a rectangle size because it's what was in the stamp wheel. I think they're both great. Honestly, go for, like, if you want to use it in the Misti, this is a good size. But this one's nice and big. It's 9 by 12. And my guess is there'll be sales around Black Friday. So, speaking of which, I'm not making it super public yet. Hopefully there's not many people watching. On Black Friday, I think I'm going to go live pretty much all day. Like every hour or two, do a Mike's cringing. I'll have to learn how to do it by myself by then. No. Do a different company, like make something and talk about what deals they have, because Black Friday is the time to save. So I think I'll do that on Black Friday. Let me know if you would actually watch.
You blew your secret, right?
I did blow the secret. Okay, let me know if you'd watch, because I don't want to be here by myself and my kids helping me. I don't want that. Okay, so I have my two dogs. This is the original stamped image, so you can see how I can line it up. I'm going to put tape on it because I just don't want it to shift. I'm going to put tape on it. Mike, would anybody go? Yeah, I think, see, wouldn't it be more fun than going out into the crowds? That's what I'm thinking. Wouldn't that be fun? I am going to go live on Cyber Monday for something special with Spellbinders. But I think on Black Friday, I think pretty much all day. I just need to eat sometimes. Anyway, okay, so this was the stamped doggy. This would be Abaco. Abaco is my wild dog. She's very wild. Abaco is named after an island in the Bahamas, a little tiny island that really got hit badly by the hurricane, but they're coming back. So Abaco. We also call her Beaner. I don't know why. Now I need Foxy, but look at, my die doesn't cut out. It's the reverse, remember? Because we did reverse stamping. So here's the trick. Let me see. I got to get my flashlight. Whoop. Dang it. I accidentally opened up the Disney app instead. Okay. So there's the bright light. Sorry for that, but it's going to help here. I need to get this die to cut this out. So I'm going to flip it over and put a bright light behind it. Now, I don't think you can see, but I can. Let me see if I can make it work. Can you see? Oh, shoot. That didn't work. Sorry. This is very awkward. And you can make your flashlight. Do you see the outline of the dog? See, you can kind of see it. I can. In person, you can. It's just hard to show on the video. But what I can do is hold this here. And I've got tape that I can tape. So I've got the images facing down. And I'm going to line up his nose first, like that, because I can see through the paper. Now, I used the heaviest cardstock, 110-pound Classic Crest Solar White. If you can do this with 110 pounds, you can do it with 80 pound. Normally, I would have done this with 80 pound. It'd be easier to see through, but I didn't think of it at the time. So I got lined up at the head. Now I'm going to make the tail line up and then put the tape down. Now I can move it around and make sure. I wish you could see it. Move it around and I can see that it's lined up. Wonder if I can make my flashlight brighter. Hang on. Doo-be-doo-doo. I think I've got it as bright as I can. I wish you could see. But it's lined up. I can see through there. And you can also just hold it up to the light. And that will too. A light table's great. A light box is great. You can also hold it up to the light and do it. So it doesn't have to be perfect. But there we go. So I've got it lined up. So I'm going to run that through. Turn off my flashlight or my phone will be dead. Okay. Run that through. There we go. Look at that. So anytime you want to create a mirror image, you can still die cut it. You just got to use that trick. So now I have Abaco and I have Foxy. And I can color these. I'm not going to color them right now because coloring stresses me out. But what I plan to do is make a card that mimics the one Christina made me and do her balloons coming up. I thought that would be fun. It'd also be fun to put it by the fireplace. Doopy-doo, have them sitting there. A lot of different things you could do. Or, this one I made in a previous video, you can have them sitting in front of all that. So, you could always do mirror stamping that way. Yeah, you can also take, yes, somebody asked this. You can also take the negative space and line it up and then pop it in. But I find being able to look through like that is just as easy. It's a little easier to explain. But yes, you can. A few different ways you can do that. Yes, a tablet for tracing, a light table would be great for that. I don't know where Lila's is, otherwise I'd steal it. And I know not everyone has one. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. But there you go. Aren't those cute? So this is from Christina's Puppy Paw-ty stamp set. And don't worry, I'll get her to do more dog breeds. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Yeah, Christina made, if you're just coming in, you're going to have to watch back. Christina made a beautiful, beautiful balloon card. And she did it super quick. And so she's gone doing something else because she's super fast. I think that might be, I'm not going to finish those doggies. I just wanted to show you that. I might finish them off screen. But I need to do some organizing today. I'm really behind on organizing. Oh, this is last videos. So there we go. There are some cards. These are new Concord 9th. I do need to add a sentiment onto that one. Can you put the stamped cardstock back to back and then use the die to cut it? You can, but you know how sometimes it won't cut through 2 layers? There's a few different techniques you can do. I just find that way to work the best. Yes, you can put it up against the window and tape the die in place. Lots of things you can do. I just need to demonstrate in the video. The flashlight worked really well. All right, Mike, are there more questions? Okay, your waffle flower grip mat isn't very sticky. It's brand new, so I washed it thinking there was some manufacturing residue, but still no luck, not sticky. It's not going to be super sticky. If you've every time you touch a clear stamp, you know what that kind of stick is. It's the same material. It will actually perform better the more you use it. It just does. It's magic. It's magic. Will the bundle of products for your upcoming products be available again after your live? Everything is sold out? All these things are sold out?
I'll have to look.
Mike's going to look. If anything's sold out at Concord and 9th, remember that Simon Says Stamp will get it too. Did you add Simon links?
Yeah.
If you go to my visual supply list, which is at the top of my YouTube description, there's a link that has the word live in it. If you go to that, it'll open up a new page with thumbnails of all the products, and you can find it easier. There, we have it linked to Concord and 9th and to Simon Says Stamp. So you have the option of the two. So chances are if they're sold out in one, they won't be sold out in the other.
So Very Merry product bundle?
No, just any of the products?
No,
Any-
class, I thought.
Oh, were you asking about the class bundle?
I remember.
If you were asking about the class bundle, it is back in stock at Concord and 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in stock at Concord and 9th.
There were a bunch of them.
And Simon will have it again soon. I do have at the top of that live link, at the top is a $5 off code at Simon Says Stamp, if that's helpful too. I'm not sure when that expires, but it's there. So the Christina's bundle has not come back yet. It is in stock at Concord and 9th. It was. Let me check.
Still Very Merry class bundle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at Concord.
Yeah. Okay, I will put in the chat the bundle. This is the bundle that I just added it to the chat. I'm hoping it worked. Did it work? Is it there? Something's wrong with my...
Yeah, it's a little, there it is.
Okay.
It's
So
a little slower.
that is the class bundle we're using in the online card class that starts Monday. It's not too late to sign up. You don't have to have the class bundle to participate. You can use supplies you have and just make do with that. But it is now available. Yeah, it just got back available today at Concord and 9th. It will be in back in stock at Simon very soon, and I think they have pre-order for it. Free shipping at Concord and 9th. If you go to my live link page, I think it's with orders of $125. And be sure to check their sale category because they have great products on sale. Somebody said that the link didn't work.
Bundle.
Yeah, the bundle link. If you go to the link, the live link at the top of my YouTube description and click that, you'll see right at the top the So Very Merry product bundle. And it will take you to Concord and 9th. I think, are there more questions? Will the Misti go on sale on Black Friday? Good question. Maybe, I don't know. My Sweet Petunia, who makes it, they may have a Black Friday sale. I don't have everybody's Black Friday information yet. But keep in mind that you can get the Misti at other companies' websites. Like I know Honeybee Stamps sells the Misti, and they'll have a sale. I'm sure they always do. So you might want to get creative on where you look and go to some of your favorite sites that might sell the Misti. Like I think maybe Waffle Flower sells the Misti too. So if they have a sale, so you might just have to look around. Simon Says Stamp will have a sale, I'm sure. And maybe the Misti would be on sale then. But I will definitely, if I find it on sale somewhere, I will put it on my Crafty sales page. Also farther down on my YouTube description is a link where you can sign up to get my Crafty News newsletter. And during Black Friday time and that whole weekend, that's the best place to go because I put every sale I can find on there, plus exclusive deals. And also you can sign up at that same place if you want to get a text whenever I go live and if there's super great sales like on Black Friday. So I try to pull all that together because it can be a little overwhelming. And also, here's the thing. These sales are hard for these little businesses. So I think it's really generous of them. And I think it's good to share as many sales as possible. Yes, I will be going live next week with Honeybee. So Kelly from Honeybee, she is great live. She's hilarious. we were going to go live together last Monday, but the product sold out. And so we weren't going to go live and make everybody frustrated if they wanted anything. So we were waiting until they're back in stock. So we'll be going live, I don't know, Thursday? I don't know, sometime next week. I will be sharing on social media. Christina's dog's or cat sweater was from Bowden, which is a clothing website, and mine I think was from Anthropology. How do I cut out the different colors without losing my mind? For like all those house die cuts that I do, like all these pieces, I honestly, when I do it, I usually separate them more than this. But I look at this and I look at the example on the website. So I look at the example of this and I'll start at the top. I'll say, okay, the first thing I need to do is cut my roof pieces. And I think I want those to be in gray. So I find the roof pieces and I cut those. Then I move to the next piece and then I just kind of work my way down. And then I start gluing things together. It is really helpful to follow an example on the website. Concord and 9th has a lot of examples on the product page. So I think that's a good way to make it easier and what goes where. Hero Arts sells a Misti, so if Hero Arts has a sale, yep, a lot of places do. I'm sure Spellbinders does. Yeah, Kelly from Honeybee's great. We'll be doing a few different things. I'm going to be making some things with their new and much older products, and we're going to have a special free gift that's incredible. So, yeah, you know, here's the thing. I like to pull the sales newsletter together for everyone because I know craft supplies can be expensive, and anything to save a buck or two and not buy knockoff products, I'm all for.
There's this question about
Where can I buy the pockets for the ink swatch cards from your blog? Oh,
are they the ones with the individual?
they're coin pocket protectors. If you go to like Amazon and search on coin collection pockets or whatever, it'll come up. It has little, like, is it 2x2 inch squares. Hero Arts will restock the core inks. Yep, they'll come back. They've just switched over to their warehouses now at Spellbinders, and so they'll probably get more stock. I'm Erica. Hi, Erica. You mentioned the felt ornaments you're making with the puppy charity. Is there a way that we can help? You know what? I will ask Jen if I can share that in my Share Him May Kindness Facebook group, and maybe some folks can participate. That would be great. Anything else? Good. Yeah, I will share about Black Friday. To be honest with you, I checked with my husband and he said, that's fine. We're gonna all be hanging out and they can hang out with us. I just want to check with my son because he'll be home from college, and like if he would rather me hang out with him, but chances are he'll get together with a lot of his friends he hasn't seen in a while. So it would work out really well. And if you're traveling on Black Friday, don't worry, I'll have live replay for everything. Yeah, I need to do, somebody asked if I could do a teacup, the afternoon tea bundle from Concord and 9th. I'll do that in the future because I really like that too. Is it possible to cut the figure first and then stamp it on? Or for the mirror images? Yeah, you could die cut and do the mirror stamping on the back of the die cut, but if you do the mirror stamping and you don't get a great impression, you want to do it again. It gets tricky to make sure you get the paper in the same place. So the method I showed you, I found to be the easiest. But here's the thing, what you can do, I tried to show the easiest method. So you could do what I did and practice it a few times, and then that'll get you thinking on maybe how it might work better for what you need, and you can kind of change up the method. Okay, I think I'm gonna eat lunch. Okay, well, thank you all for being here. So that's a look at Concord and 9th and Christina's line. I will definitely be using a lot of these products again in the future because I reach back for their older products a lot, and I will definitely be using Christina's. I wanted her to be able to share all of hers today, and that worked out really well. So I appreciate you spending this time with us today. If you're looking for anything I talked about or Christina talked about, go for that live link that's at the top of my description. And that will show you thumbnails of everything and like the free shipping and the $5 off, all that over on that link, which is at the top of my YouTube description. I think that's it.
Yep.
Thank you all. Mike wants to go eat
I'm hungry.
or take a nap. So I'm going to head out. Thank you so much. And I will be live 2 or 3 times next week. So I will see you then. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.